welcome to today's video. Today's video is a similar video to another one I made not too long ago, but I could tell that a lot of people really liked it, so I wanted to try and make it even more helpful for you all. The video I'm referring to is actually why I target Miss Marvel defenders. And so today's video is basically what you need to know to beat the defenders in the arena. I will probably come up with a better title for it, but that's what the idea is. So what do you need to know about the defenders in Arena? Well, I'm just going to talk about the two main versions that you'll see of the defenders. Well, of course, the core of the defenders is Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones, as you can see here. And the fifth member is usually one of two different characters. I'll go to City right here. And that is Miss Marvel or Punisher. So to start off, the last video I talked about Miss Marvel, and so this time I will start off with the same. Let's just go back to the Defenders core here. What do you need to know? What you need to know is the turn order of these characters. For the first turn, what's going to happen is Luke Cage, well, I'm not just saying it in order of how they do it, but let's actually put it a little closer to the actual order of these characters. It will start with Daredevil doing his big ultimate, which is just a chain attack, and it's going to hit hard. You can't do anything about it. If you blind him, he's still going to hit you. So you just have to be able to understand you're going to have to take that ultimate. Let's just check the speed of two characters really quickly here. Speed of Jessica Jones is 100. Speed of Daredevil is 1. That's not who I meant to check anyways. Speed of Iron Fist here is 106. Okay, so the next move is Iron Fist. Iron Fist is going to have two parts to his move, most likely. There's a big chance his passive will kick in, which will heal everybody. And then following that, he will heal everybody. He just really likes healing. And that's annoying. Then you have Jessica Jones, who first turn is going to Dispel. Luke Cage will put defense up on everybody, and Miss Marvel will do an AoE slap. She will hit everybody in the face, and it'll generate ability energy. It's not huge damage, but it's pretty good. But that's basically what happens first turn. There's nothing overly serious that you need to be concerned about. Luke Cage's defense up is annoying. That's the biggest concern turn 1. Turn 2, Jessica Jones, Daredevil puts a counter up on everyone. Iron Fist is likely to use his big ultimate hit. Jessica Jones will clear all the debuffs. Miss Marvel will use a basic, which something to note about Miss Marvel is she will always assist Iron Fist and Daredevil when they attack, and either Daredevil or Iron Fist will assist Miss Marvel when she attacks. So there's added damage there. And then Luke Cage will taunt. So here's what you kind of need to know to deal with this team. First off, you need to get some burst damage quick. You need to take Miss Marvel down, because every time you put anyone below 50% health, Miss Marvel will taunt up, and there's enough healing that they'll get back to full. So that's why in the video that you saw, I had Loki give her defense down, and then Rocket's special took her out. I did that quick. It was my first priority. Now that Miss Marvel is dead, there are two main concerns. You need to take Iron Fist down as fast as possible so he doesn't keep healing, and you need to prevent Luke Cage from putting his defense up. So how can you do this? Well, the best character overall for stopping the defenders, the most important character, is Vision. If you have Vision, you just quickly drop an ability block on Luke Cage, problem solved. However, and he also does some more AoE damage later. There's a lot that Vision really brings to the table that is really important to consider. A lot of people don't have Vision, and that's not really like I can just say, hey, what you guys should do is go farm Vision because his farm is hard. So here's what I suggest. Since it is actually the first turn that this all happens, Jessica Jones will not clear any debuffs that you put on these characters. So if the ability block from Vision would stick, there's also another character who is more frequent, maybe not considered as good, but is perfectly useful for helping combat the defenders. Ant-Man. Ant-Man is not fast, but he is faster than Luke Cage. He has an ability block ready turn 1. And if you have it at a good enough level, if you have it at level 6, it's a 2-turn ability block. So that means that for Luke Cage's first 2 turns, he is just using his basic, and his basic isn't very good. So if you get that 2-turn ability block on him, that's huge. Otherwise, well, mind you, the second turn will be cleansed by Jessica Jones, but anyways, so even level 5 ability, level 4, level 5, level 3, level 2, basically if you have Ant-Man, all of his ability, no matter what level it is, he has at least a 1-turn ability block, and you can prevent Luke Cage from putting the defense up on everyone. That's huge. Then you have to take Iron Fist down as fast as possible. So again, I usually resort to some more burst damage. I use Star-Lord for that. And Thanos' taunt and Vision hitting again. But another good method of this is some AoE damage. So however you want to deal the damage, just know how you need it. The order you need to take these characters out in is very important, and you need to do it pretty quick. So if you're doing it all single target damage, you can go with, I don't know, Mystique, Carnage. They do some really good single target damage, but you'll probably need a couple of them to ensure that they go down. And some AoE, maybe you can do Iron Man turn 1. You can do Crossbones turn 2. You can, full tech team goes great against this. Vision, Star-Lord, Rocket, Crossbones, Merc Lieutenant, doesn't really matter. Honestly, you're pretty set, but the point is, you just need to have enough damage quick that you can take down Miss Marvel and Iron Fist basically first turn, or at least before their second turn. Now, the next concern is, after that, if you've got those 2 down, Daredevil, you need to take him down. He does a lot of damage. And also, worse than that, he puts up counters on the entire team, where what happens is, no matter who you hit, you're getting hit back, which is just not fun. So how do you deal with those counters? Normally, I have, ironically, my most powerful character, which is Rocket, do an AoE, and he takes all the counters, but it's okay because he has defense up from Vision. But you need to have a plan of attack on how to deal with them. Another plan that I've heard I haven't tested personally, but I kind of like the idea of, is something like Doctor Strange clearing it all. You can use Vision's ultimate even to clear all of those counters. Just something that clears them all. Those are really helpful. Another character that can be helpful to them if you have him leveled up enough is Mordo. If you can get stuns on some of these characters, you can stop Luke Cage from putting defense up. If you stun Jessica Jones, which is very hard to do for the record, you can prevent her from cleansing the debuffs and then just go really debuff heavy on the other characters. But you just need to understand you have to stop that defense up from getting out. Then you have to take out the characters as quickly as possible. You have to be planned to absorb the counters or get rid of the counters in some way. After that, it's pretty easy sailing. You take out Daredevil, and you really have Jessica Jones and Luke Cage left. Leave Luke Cage for last. Jessica Jones, take her out, but that's not too hard. They just take a while because they have a lot of health and they have a lot of armor. But at the end of the day, once you get down to Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, if you have some of your characters left that do some damage, you're safe. So that's what you need to know to take out the Miss Marvel variant of the Defenders. Various characters you can use. Doctor Strange is pretty useful for it in some circumstances. Again, Black Widow, if you get the stun there. Star-Lord, Rocket, Crossbones. I could see War Machine being pretty useful. He can go right through that defense up. There's a lot of different variants. Crossbones, I said him. I meant Kingpin. Perhaps Merc Lieutenant would be very good. There's a lot of different variants. It's just you need to know how to deal with the characters and take them out fast. Now, the other variant I'm going to talk about is a bit more difficult, personally. For the longest time, I thought it was the easier variant, but I've come to realize it's the more difficult variant. Punisher. Punisher instead of Miss Marvel. The plan doesn't change much. The step one, you have to take down Punisher as fast as possible. The main concern is if you don't take down Punisher, his first turn AoE is super damaging. It sucks. It can kill characters, especially if you have villains on your team. It does so much damage. Worse than that, you hit Daredevil, he shoots you back. The fun part that I've noticed, when you use the defenders, I usually do this on purpose. With Daredevil, I will hit someone that has a counter, and then the person will counter, and then Punisher will shoot them to finish them. It's really, really incredible mechanic, but you have to be very aware of it. So step one, take down Punisher as fast as possible. Step two, then worry about Iron Fist. It's the same thing. There is another variant that some people do, but I'm not as big of a fan of because Punisher's health pool is not that big. The only issue is if you don't get it perfect, you're going to take too much damage and you're just going to die. The damage boost is huge. But another variant I've heard is take down Iron Fist right away and blind Punisher, and then ability block Luke Cage. But point being, just know what you need to do against these characters in Arena, build a team around that with what you have, and you should be plenty fine at taking down the defenders in Arena. Again, this is similar to the last video that I made on this, but a lot of people seem to really need that. So I figured I'd go into more specific details and help you guys plan it out. I know I didn't show you many teams because if I just show you what I do, it's not overly helpful. I just wanted to tell you why I do it and what the plan is. So if you did enjoy this, please hit a like, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and share this video. If you do subscribe, you are officially entering a Captain Marvel giveaway, and you get a chance to win Captain Marvel for free. So even more incentive. Hit that subscribe button and then maybe check out the video on the giveaway so you get more information and get more ways to join the giveaway. In the video description, there will be a link to a Discord, a Patreon, and a Tippy if you're interested in any of those. I do hope this was helpful and you enjoyed it. And as always, I'm here to help.